Hello, it's me again. Um, we're gonna move on to another topic, which is the training pipeline. Um, Here we assign the train record path to a variable called train underscore record path. We're going to use the os.path.join function to join the different parts of the path, the current directory, birds od, train.record, and same thing for the test path, test record, test underscore record underscore path. And we're going to create another variable to store the label map path. And then I'm going to execute that block. Here what we are trying to do is to specify the training configuration files and the checkpoints and the hyperparameters. So basically, checkpoints are you can think of the checkpoints as backup files. The model will save a backup, an image of the weights every 1,000 steps, or depending on the configuration. I think it's by default it's 1,000 steps, and here it's gonna keep only the last 5 checkpoints. So if we are at the step 20,000, then we've got the 19,000, the 18th, and the 18, the 17, and 16. So here, I think small typo in path. Fine, and then we print the checkpoint directory for Faster RCNN to make sure we assign the right path to this variable. And then we download the hyperparameters, the pipeline that contains the hyperparameters and the augmentation steps that will be performed during the training. So we check first if the pipeline.config exists. If so, we're gonna remove it to download the latest version of the pipeline.config, and then we download the file from the GitHub repository, the same GitHub repository. So here we're going to use the wget command to download the pipeline.config file, and once downloaded, we're going to modify this file and set some variables in that file. So this is basically the base config path of Faster RCNN model, of the Faster RCNN model, and I'm gonna define it as pipeline.config, and then we're gonna create a special function to manipulate that file and replace some variables like the batch size, the number of steps, and the classes, the number of classes, and so on. I've just copied the function here. We have the model config.config. It will open the file we've just downloaded from the GitHub repository, and it will use the RE for regular expression, the regular expression library, to replace the number of steps, batch size, the number of classes, the input path, and so on. And then we're gonna use this function and the function defined above, and edit the faster the pipeline.config file we've just downloaded. And then once edited, and so we're gonna clean up, remove the pipeline.config, and then use the cat command to show or display the actual configuration. Okay, the point we have discussed we discussed in the last video about the TensorFlow version. It's important to install the version 2.13.0 because the 2.14, which is the latest version at the moment of the recording of this video, will not work with the object detection